everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. If you're new, I was gonna say good morning, but it's like 4:30. I was initially going to start this vlog off with like morning content, but I had a doctor's appointment and we ended up going to a place called Mexico, which has like been my new favorite place ever. They have the best tacos. They're super yummy, but like when you run an errand here in the city, it just becomes like an all-day thing, you know? So I've been outside since the morning. It's now 4:30, and yeah, welcome to the afternoon. Happy afternoon. I'm gonna start the vlog with a little review of my spring reading list. Started with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I really thoroughly enjoyed this book. I really highly recommend to read it if you're into kind of like more fantasy style books. Wasn't life-changing or anything, but it was really good. It's kind of like a love story mixed with like weird fantasy. It's about this girl who meets up with this god, and basically they like have a trade deal where she gets what she wants, but no one's gonna remember her. Like they meet her once, but then when they don't see her, they just completely forget who she is. So she's basically invisible and she can't die basically. So she's been living, I think it was like 300 years or something like that. Made the deal in 1714 and 300 years before, yeah. So but then she goes to a bookstore and this guy remembers her, and she's like, after 300 years, she's like, what the heck? I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I highly recommend this one. The next one I actually gave to my friend because it was that good. It's called The Perfect Child. I really enjoyed this one, but I wasn't a fan of the ending, but it wasn't like an ending that ruined the book for me. Like it was leaving me wanting more, if that makes sense. And it was very like confusing, but it made me talk, which I think is a good book. Like when you talk about it. I told my friend, I'm like, read this, it's so good, but you're gonna hate me after you read this. So I think like if you guys do read that one, you'll hate me for telling you to read it because the ending is just like frustrating. But it's not like I said, it's not like, oh, the ending sucked, like that was such a letdown. Like I can't say it without like saying the ending. People compared it to The Omen because it's like they adopt this child and she ends up being crazy and super attached to the dad, but like the mom sees like this crazy, like it's bizarre, like weird. It's not like The Omen at all. Really good. Borderline creepy, but really good. And then Outlander, again, I don't have that one. I left it at my mom's. I brought it with me to read in Florida, but honestly, I just like couldn't get into it. It's like a 900-page book, and it was all like, thou shall not, like it was like that kind of reading, and to read it like that, like I just wasn't connecting to it. I feel like I would need like a spark notes of every single chapter. So yeah, I put it down. It's like historical fiction. They have a Netflix documentary or series on it, and I think it's just a little bit outdated for me. And then in terms of nonfiction books, The Untethered Soul, I've been really slacking on nonfictions. I feel like every time I pick up a book that's a nonfiction that I want to read, it doesn't give me that like drive that I used to get from it. Untethered Soul, I've heard this is life-changing. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't. There were some good sentences in there, but I just really hated it. I don't know. I think it's like all about being happy all the time. And to me, like striving for one human emotion your whole life is very consuming and unrealistic and unhealthy. Like I'm just not connecting with more spiritual books anymore. I was really kind of bummed out because I felt like this was the last straw for me. I was like, I know that people like this book, and I've heard that it's like good for people with all different backgrounds, like whatever you believe. So I thought it was just like gonna be good, but unfortunately it wasn't for me. I have been like super into Christianity a little bit more so than like the spiritual side that I used to be into. So I picked up 2 like Christian books thinking I would like get a spark of inspiration from that because I am more drawn towards that. So I picked up The Reason for God and The Universal Christ. I read through a little bit, like a good chunk of each one, and it just like, guys, this is why I think Christianity is so bad. Like it's more so about like, here's my story and why you should believe this, but it has nothing to do with like your personal journey. And that's why I think I disconnect from like Christianity itself. It's more so like converting people without letting them like experience life and choose for themselves. And that's where I found these books kind of like guided to, and it makes me angry. So put these down as well. I also did pick up a book called Keeping Lucy. This one I really enjoyed. It was a good like travel read. I honestly just never heard about it. I just went to Target in Florida and I picked it up. And it's about this like girl that has a Down syndrome daughter, and it's like in the 70s, so they basically her husband and his dad send her off to this school for disabled children, and it ends up being like a horrible school where they like abuse the children. So she basically makes a run for it, goes against all her norms, and saves her little daughter. It's a really good feel-good book. I really liked it, but it wasn't like, oh my god, that's so good. It was just like a basic read. And then I also picked up Everything is Figure-Outable. I think it started off really strong, but I'm not finding myself gravitating towards it. It feels like kind of a chore now to read. There's some really good like motivational stuff if you guys are into like work grind mode, like girl boss power. It's just becoming a little bit like every other one, but I like her like no BS style, if that makes sense. Like it's not like BS. I don't know, like, you know, like spiritual books are like everything happens for a reason, manifest your, but like it's just like very like dumb and like magical for privileged people. It's not really like that. Like she's actually a good speaker. I just like am getting bored, I think, of like this kind of style. Yeah, those are my little spring reading reviews. I'll link them all down below if you guys are interested in any of them. I'm kind of craving a iced coffee with sweet cream, and I know I tried this in a separate vlog and it just didn't work out, but I picked up some heavy cream, which I think is like gonna be the ingredient that you need. I was trying to just use like basic almond milk. I don't think that was gonna work, so I'm gonna look up a little recipe and we'll see how it works. All right, so got the frother, oat milk. It said use 2%. I'm like not following the rules again, but hopefully it'll work. Heavy cream, and then some syrup, like whatever flavor you like. I like vanilla. So it said half parts heavy cream and then half parts milk. And then they said 3 pumps of vanilla. I feel like that's a little bit too sweet, but we'll figure it out. So hopefully this will work. Heavy cream, heavy crime. Remember, do you guys remember that Krispy Kreme guy on YouTube, like before YouTube was a thing? Krispy Kreme, he was like a rapper, and it was like low-key bizarre. And like I didn't know if he was joking or not. 1 pump, 2 pump. Let's see her work. Kind of. Okay. I mean, it's not like the sweet cream. I feel like the sweet cream is so thick like here. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not good. Fail again! I feel like I need to put more vanilla. I say I don't like it, but I keep on sipping it. But it kind of does look like sweet cream. Like it's very foamy here at the top. So I think the magical little touch here is the heavy cream. If you guys know how to do this properly, comment down below. I'm gonna go taste test it on Noah, see what he thinks. We have very different styles of flavor.
Whoa.
You like it?
It's good.
Okay. Something's off, right?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
That's good.
Okay, then you can have it. Alright guys, I am headed to the gym. I'm gonna do upper body. Workout protein. This little portion of the video is going to be sponsored by Built Bar. You guys know the drill. You guys know how much I love these. They are the best tasting protein bars with the, I feel, most simple and clean ingredients. So this one has no preservatives. It's gluten-free. They literally look like a chocolate bar and they taste like a chocolate bar. 130 calories only 4 grams of sugar, and 17 grams of protein. I literally crave these all the time. I probably have one a day. I have a whole like pantry storage bin solely for the purpose of Built Bars. They're so great, and they're simple, they're quick, they're easy, they look great, taste great. If you guys want to get your own Built Bar, I suggest to get the variety pack just because you can get a little bit of everything. But I also really like the coconut almond one. Tastes like an almond joy. And if they have it on their website still, the cookie dough one is, I don't know how they did it, how they made it taste that good. I blew through that box. I don't have any more of those, but yeah, they give you guys a discount code if you use the code Renee15. You guys can get 15% off. Everything is in the description box. Go check it out. I'm gonna enjoy this. I need dinner. I just bought this. I found this on Etsy. I've always wanted one of these. It's like a eucalyptus shower hanging thing. So when you take a shower, your whole entire bathroom is gonna just smell like eucalyptus, and it's like a luxury shower, if you will. I will pop them down below. It's called Petals and Pastries. Is it just me, or does that look like a cat like a cat face with its ears back. Good morning, everyone. It is now a couple days later. First of all, excuse my heater. It will turn off in a second. I know it's really freaking loud. It's probably so annoying, but I am cold. Alexa, what's the weather today?
In New York, it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
55 degrees, and we're almost to May. That's crazy. 2 days ago, it was like 30 something. It's nuts. So yeah, I've been like in a weird funk. What's new? I hate saying that because I feel like I'm annoying. I can feel myself being annoying. I'm annoyed at myself. I tend to get like this typically every time I get back from Florida. And I don't know if it's like correlated with Florida or my family or like people. I don't really have many people here in the city, so that definitely could play a part. But I've been gradually like getting better since everything that happened last year, and right now I've been feeling kind of like the worst I felt this year, which is kind of frustrating. I think I keep like resisting it or like trying to figure it out, and sometimes it is what it is. Like it has nothing to do with like your mindset. Like you're not wrong, you're not like complaining all the time, you're not like being Debbie Downer, you're not a negative person. Like, and I think we put a lot of pressure on people to like always think positive, and like I think I've kind of opened up about this on social media, but like the self-help movement and everything like that to me is like extremely toxic, because we're constantly telling people to like just think positive and like you're attracting everything in your life, good or bad, and I don't believe that. I used to believe that you would attract, like I think to some extent, like your thoughts are definitely very powerful, but to sit there and like tell someone like you're attracting everything bad in your life that's happening, like that's not. Sometimes that's just, my aunt said, that's how the dice rolls, and you just gotta learn to deal with it. And some people I think like mentally can deal with it better than other people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong. It's really sad to me to think that other people probably feel this way, or they feel like even worse, and there's no like rhyme or reason for it, and you're just like beating yourself up for it, for having these feelings or like feeling this way or thinking like something's wrong with you or you're down, and that's not the truth. Like you're not annoying, even if you are surrounded by like just more upbeat kind of positive people, which I have a lot of those in my life. It almost makes me feel like, what's wrong with me? Like why like nothing's happening, or like people have it worse, like all this stuff. Like your feelings are validated. Like sometimes you just need a breather, and I think that's what I need right now. I think I'm gonna take a few days off and kind of just like focus on me. I do have some other things that I have been thinking about in terms of social media that I've been kind of thinking about, and like what's best for my mental health. And I don't even think, I think it has, there's a lot. I think that's another thing. We always feel the need to figure out like what it is, and so we can fix that and feel better, but sometimes like it's just a lot of things together. Like I think there's a lot of things on my mind right now that I'm not quite ready to open up and talk about, but it's just like things that I am in control over, but I'm not necessarily doing because I'm afraid. And I don't know, I feel like I'm not exactly where I want to be right now in life. I don't know how to explain that without like going like full page, like 20-minute, 30-minute, probably an hour-long video. But there's like some things that I like strived for when I was younger that I have, and that's just not, I've realized that that's not really what brings happiness. And I think it's okay to change the course of your life sometimes, but it's scary and difficult to do, especially when you have full control over it, because you don't want to like regret anything, and you don't want to look back and be like, oh my god, I did have it good and I was just complaining over nothing. Like there's just a lot of like mental consuming going on when you don't really know what's going on. But yeah, and if you're my family member watching this, I'm all good. That's another thing. I feel like I opened up a lot more on social media, and I like opening up. Like I feel like it's like my little diary, and I feel like if I can help one person, like I'll be the little guinea pig that, you know. But then I get like calls from people and friends like, are you okay? Like, it's like if I reached out to you and want to talk about it, I will, but like you don't need to like call me or text me and make sure I'm okay. Everything is Gucci. If I need you, I will call. And I see a lot of comments too when I was back home, like, you were so much happier in Florida, like you should have stayed in Florida and blah blah blah, like we like to see you happy. But that's like a lot of pressure to put on someone to be like, why aren't you happy? And I'm like, I don't freaking know. You want to tell me? It's kind of annoying, to be quite honest. And I understand like your intentions meant well and everything, but it kind of puts a lot of pressure on me to like come back and just be like that bubbly person, and like obviously being with my family and back home with the son, and like I would say like a more open world with everything going on right now. And then coming back here and like it's very like highly politicized over here. There's a lot of like opinions and like life is just very different here, put it that way. And it's not that it's wrong or anything, or Florida's wrong or right, like there's no wrong or right, it's just a different world. So I think like saying that, like I know that, but I don't necessarily think it's just because of Florida. Like there's a lot that goes into like my mindset over there. Plus I'm on like vacation mode and like, I don't know. And I feel like you guys don't like it when I'm upset, and I feel like this past year has just been like a lot of me crying. I don't want to like make you guys feel annoyed. And I feel like when I see those comments, I'm like, oh, don't complain, don't be upset, like just be happy. But that's so not healthy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna take a break. I was gonna do like a couple days of my life, but honestly, it kind of was a couple days. It was today and 2 days ago, but it's just really hard for me to kind of like pick up the camera when I'm not really wanting to. My mood is very like ebb and flow, so who knows, in a couple days if I take a break, I might just feel like that pop of inspiration and happiness again. But it's really hard for me to pick up the camera when I'm kind of like in a slump myself. Like it's just not something I want to do. But yeah, life, man. But I'm all good. Everything's okay. Just keep that in mind, please. Before I get off though, I do want to shout out real quick. There's this girl that sent me over her candles from Etsy, and they're the coolest things ever. I will pop them down below, but they're called novel wicks. So you get a candle, they're soy candles for like different books that you're reading, and you guys know I'm like a huge bookworm. So she sent me over this one. It's called Reading by the Fire. So this would be a really good like cabin candle to have. It smells very masculine, which I really like. And then we have Book Lover, which I think I'm gonna throw on right now and read. That's another thing, I tend to like habitate over there just like close all the blinds and just have myself a day and read and kind of get into this other world. And this one smells so good. It smells like vanilla, and it's like this really beautiful like purple color with sparkles. So when you light it, it just like glows and like sparkles. It's really cool. Go support small business, a little single mother business. Pop them down below for you guys. They're really cool. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm going to put all the technology away, read, stay in my PJs, and chill for the rest of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel weird saying that, but I hope you guys like escaped your world a little bit or connected with something I said. I don't know. Hope you guys got something. Alright, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll keep you guys posted if I do end up taking a break on YouTube or Instagram. Typically if I give a little update on YouTube, it'll be like the little text status things, kind of like how Facebook used to be. So if you don't see a video from me in a while and my Instagram is kind of silent, just go try to figure out if I made a comment. What are those things called? Like a post, there we go, on YouTube, and I'll tell you guys, like, I'll keep you guys all posted. So I love you guys with all my heart. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.